Hey friends, let's talk about motivation and staying motivated while you are learning to code. When I decided to learn iOS development, I bought Beginner Drunch book and jumped into Objective-C learning. I had no learning plan, just enthusiasm and willingness to build iOS apps. In first months, I spent all nights and weekends learning, but soon I get tired from complex concepts and sleepless nights and decided to take a break. Sleep deprivation and hard to understand concepts with no one around to ask for help are not the best motivators. After a few more attempts to force that book, I decided that programming is not for me and I should do something else. Sounds familiar? That wasn't the last book or course that I bought. I started and lost motivation a few times more, but finally I got over that and became full-time iOS developer. So, what kind of magic I used? I started learning in the wrong way. I tried to understand all the iOS development aspects covered in that book, and that is way too much to learn for beginners. And I was an absolute beginner, without understanding how functions work, what classes are, and so on. I firmly believe that project-based learning is the best way to learn, but we should learn the basics first. For iOS development, you should start with Swift. Apple has a great and free book to learn it. Learn basics first. Understand what you are learning. Do not just blindly follow tutorials, but understand what you learn. There are plenty of learning techniques. Pick one that works for you, but be sure that you know the topic and really understand what you are learning. Probably note-taking will help you to describe what exactly you are learning for yourself. I like to use Notion as my central note database. I'm currently learning Swift UI and using Notion to save notes. If I like to make handwritten notes, I'm grabbing my iPad for writing and sketching. That works nice as well. Project-based learning is the best. As soon as you are done with basics, jump on the project what you like to build and learn from tutorials to move forward with your project. But be careful, do not overwork. Realistically plan how much time you will be able to spend learning each day. Yes, you heard this right. I'm recommending learning daily. That is much better to spend 1-2 hours every day than one full day on the weekend. Make learning as easy as possible. Choose a time that works the best for you and add that to the calendar. I spent mornings before my day job and learned at least an hour every day. Work for yourself first and then spend time and energy for others. But be realistic in your plans. It will take up to 2 years to learn to program and land a job in industry. Sure, you can do that in 6 months if that is the only thing that you are doing. But if you are learning while having a day job or have any social life, 1 year or more sounds more realistic. Usually we are losing motivation because we have unrealistic expectations about learning process and progress. If you are hoping to finish an online course in a few months and land a job with 6-figure salary as soon as you will finish it, you are setting yourself for a failure. Be more realistic with your expectations. Set small milestones and celebrate wins. Even if you have a very complex project in mind and build the next Instagram, do not start with that. If you are working on big and complex project and running into endless blockers and difficulties, it is easy to lose motivation. So instead, start with small projects and do not forget to celebrate when you finish them. Find an accountability buddy or accountability group. Find someone else and learn together. You can meet somewhere in person or jump on online call just to learn together. That's quite powerful. If someone else working together with you, you will less likely skip your planned learning sessions or will procrastinate instead of learning. If you don't have anyone to work with you, stream your learning sessions. I am planning to restart my work on personal project and stream that daily on Twitch to keep myself accountable. That works for most of us and you definitely should at least try that. In moments when you feel down, remember why you started to learn program. Probably that is full-time dev job in a big company, or you are just looking to get a more flexible remote job, or work for yourself and build your app empire. that's about me. If you are looking for more information on how to get a job in tech, check out this video about the framework to get into the tech career. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you on next one. Do not forget, hit that like, and if you are not subscribed, subscribe button as well. Thank you, see you on next one, bye.